Hey everyone, what's going on? This is Ryu here. I thought I'd take some time to see how everybody was doing out there in the world nowadays. I'm doing okay. Sorry I haven't been posting a lot of videos like I've been used to, or I haven't been doing a lot of things like I used to back in the like I used to in the past on my channel. I've basically been struggling through life for right now here though. Life has been kicking my tail for a little while here though and everything. I haven't really had time. Excuse me. I haven't really had time to really like record anything really though for right now. I've been trying to record stuff now. I already had something ready to go for December. It's only about 4 videos, but I might have something ready to go for December. And usually in January, I like to take time off, basically um, to focus on recording for a couple of months, so I have stuff ready to go for backlog and just for like a break on YouTube, so I got time to. Because most time when December gets here and Christmas comes around, I usually get myself a Steam gift card. I usually go out by myself a game or a couple of games on Steam and like to have a little time to just play through them and see if they're actually good enough to stream, or probably just use XSplit's free recorder to just record it straight through and then just post it on my channel and basically say, hey, I have a new video to upload for right now here and everything. But like I said before, I'm trying to work on so for right now, the way my schedule is for right now here though for YouTube, I'm gonna have 4 videos in December for right now, and that's about it, hopefully. But I'll probably make another one to say Happy Christmas to everybody. Don't know yet, but I might too, but I'll think about it. Not gonna do anything in January. February I'm trying to get recorded done now. March I gotta get done after February. April I have done now, which I'm actually glad I got February. I mean, which I got February, which I'm glad I got April done, not March done, but April done, because April. I mean, the game I actually picked, to me, it's a really bad game the way it is, but when I actually get it on my channel, hopefully everybody else can see it for themselves, and everybody else can voice their own opinions about that for right now here though and everything. But sorry if I worried anybody. I mean, sorry if anybody was worried about me out there and everything. Like I said, I'm still alive here and everything, but like I said before, life has been kicking my tail. Really though, I mean, it's been kicking my tail so much. I mean, if you look at my channel nowadays, the only thing I have time to do now to actually post something on YouTube now, to actually still have content on my channel, is to just find an arcade game I can play through real quick, play through it. If I die a couple times, fine. If I don't die a couple times, if I give it my best shot and put it on my channel, and then start working on start recording the videos I gotta work on for next year. Um, like I said before, I am doing the best I can for right now here though, but I let everybody know when I actually get finished with that. For right now, I am trying to, bounce stuff out so I can, like, have time to stream again and do stuff. Cause I haven't streamed in a couple of weeks, and I know a lot of my friends from RCO are probably just like, why don't you stream again? I'm like, cause I can't, cause I need to record, and I don't have time to do a lot of things I used to beforehand, and now that life just popped back up in my face, I haven't had time to do stuff. Like, another game I actually bought on Steam was, I bought Devil May Cry 4. I mean, I heard it was a very incredibly good game, and now that I actually have it, I played it, it is a very incredibly good game, but unfortunately, I haven't had time to play it because I've been busy, like, recording videos and trying to get through life for right now here though, so I do apologize about that. So like I said before, but this is how life has been. I know a lot of people probably going, where's your videos? I want to see more of your stuff and stuff like that and everything here. Why aren't you posting like your YouTube back in the day? And that's what's going on. Been life has been rough, but I've been trying to balance stuff out here though, so hopefully probably by Wednesday night I'll probably be going back recording the videos for February. It is a game that I actually enjoyed, and they actually ported it over to the PlayStation Portable, even though I'm playing the Game Boy Advance version. So I've been trying to figure out how to actually get all the parts organized here, and hopefully, everybody enjoys it when I post it up there, because it is actually one of my favorite games on the Game Boy Advance. And when they actually ported it over to the PlayStation Portable, it was like, oh my god, this is awesome. when they actually put it over there. But I'm not gonna say what the game is right now. Just gonna leave that a surprise for right now here and everything. And once I get, like I said, once I get that done, I'll be able to work on March, and then go ahead on and get that done for backlog, and then go ahead on and have April, and then I have April done, and then I can start working on May's stuff before it gets here. It'll be time for my convention again. Yay. Um, other than that, the final thing I thought I would talk about for right now here though, because um, I'm sure somebody else is like, well, don't you want to talk about Google Plus like somebody else people does? And I already said what I have to say about Google Plus. Google Plus to me is a piece of crap. It should die. It should go away now. And I really don't like it. Seriously, I really don't. But a lot of people do, and I'm not gonna argue with people because I hate arguing all the time. I mean, if you like it, fine. But I'm kind of one of those biased people that kind of get up and go, I hate you, Google Plus. Please change YouTube back to normal, please, for the love of God, please. Because there's some people now that are starting to delete their YouTube accounts because they can't because they can't stand because they could blah 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 starting too much. But my tongue got stuck in my mouth. But anyway, a lot of people now are starting to delete their YouTube accounts off their channel. I mean, start to delete their YouTube accounts because they really can't stand Google Plus no more. They basically just kind of get up and say, Google Plus is so crappy, I can't stand it no more, and that's about it. And to be honest, I could totally understand the reason why they say it for, because yeah, Google Plus is a piece of crap. But yeah, other than that, like I said, but the final thing I thought I would do, and I know I should have done this after I finished posting it, but I'm gonna do this now that I now have a little bit of time. I thought I would actually do a little quick overview of Lufia: The Ruins of Lore, a game that I actually posted a couple of weeks ago. If you actually saw my friend Putyeezy7's video of Lufia: The Ruins of Lore, then you probably know what the game is. If you haven't, or you never played it before, allow me to actually give you a brief description just in case you never actually saw Putyeezy7's video. And I'm gonna try to do the best I can. Like I said before, I don't really do reviews all that much, but I'm gonna try to do it the best I can. Lufia: The Ruins of Lore is actually called Estapolis Gaiden in Japanese. It's basically just nothing more than a side story. It has nothing to do with the main Lufia storyline. There's really nothing to do with the Sinistrals. There's really nothing to do with Dora Blade. There's really nothing to do with anything about the anything that has to do in the Lufia storyline, basically. But what happened was though, so I thought I would actually break this down in a couple pieces. Storyline, even though it's a Gaiden, the storyline of the game is really not that bad. Truthfully though, it's kind of dull at some parts, but it's really not that bad. I mean, there's a couple of questions that still need to be asked. Some of these questions are actually spoilers, but one of the main questions is though they kind of say, well, Elden has Ancient's bloodline within him, so it's kind of like, okay, whose bloodline does he have? A lot of people kind of say he was Maxim's son as a descendant, but unfortunately, a lot of people kind of say, well, because it's a Gaiden, that's not really Maxim's descendant, so it doesn't actually make a whole lot of sense, for right now, because it's kind of like, like I said, but there's a whole lot of questions that are basically unanswered that Atlas has, well, that they're still in business now. I don't think they are, but Atlas has refused to clue us into the origins of Elden's bloodline and everything. But a lot of the main problems with the game itself is though, and I'm gonna go through from the biggest problem to the least problem, and I'm gonna talk about some things too that I know I missed. One of the biggest things is there was grinding. If you actually saw that, I mean, I actually beat the whole entire game. I had to cheat to find a boss, yes, but I did beat the whole entire game. That's because I actually played it on an emulator now. I actually had to hit the speed up button and keep mashing A non-stop to attack because because you had to do it really quick and fast and everything. Hit up when I had to grind for levels and in order to get like new attacks and everything here though. If I was trying to play it normally, just normally straight here though, I probably would still be playing it now because the grinding is so slow. in that game. In other Lufia games, I mean, yes, the grinding is slow, but it's enjoyable grinding. Like, like in Lufia Rise of the Sinistros, it's enjoyable grinding. In Lufia, The Legend Returns, a game that I probably will do sometime in the future. It's enjoyable grinding. Um, um, the Fortress of Doom, enjoyable grinding. Even though I kind of hate the combat system in that game a little bit, it's enjoyable grinding. Lufia the Ruins of Lore, it really sucks because most of the time, you actually have, because you have a group of 8 people, 8 party members you can have, and you can basically, and what happens though, you basically have shared experience. But I know somebody will get up and go, but for you said you have 8 people in your party, but you only have 5 people in your whole entire gameplay. What is that? Where's the other 3 people? And I'm going to get to that right now because what happened was is though is during the time of Lufia the Ruins of Lore when that came out, Pokemon was a huge franchise. This is when it was growing up. What happened was though, I don't know why, but somebody decided to take a element from Pokemon and put it into Lufia the Ruins of Lore. Now, what happened was though, it's not called Pokeballs, but there's actually these items called discs. I never used the discs, but with the discs, you can do is though you weaken a monster enough, like Pokemon, where you're able to catch it when you're able to catch it, and then you can use the discs and you can catch the monster. That's how you basically did it, and then they basically helped you out in battle, and you can have so basically you can have up to 5 people and 3 months, and you basically have up to 5 people and 3 monsters. Now the problem, I mean, the good thing about this though is that you get to level ground everybody. You get, everybody gets shared experience. But the thing what happened was, like I said before, it's so slow with experience. Most of the time, like with monster weapons and armor, you most time get those on enemy drops. Most time they don't sell them in shops. There's sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It depends on what shop you go to. Excuse me. You may not even find the armor. I mean, you may not find the armored equipment you need for your monster. And there's another thing I didn't show off either though, which is called fusions. Now, like Dragon Ball Z, you get to fuse with your monsters, but there are some um requirements you need to do the fusions. Now, I don't know if one of them is you have to be. I mean, you and your monster have to be 5 levels apart from each other or something like that here in order to do the fusions correctly. I might be wrong about that, but I know mostly. For one thing about it though, you need a full IP bar, which that's easily done because you can easily do that from getting hit by enemy attacks nonstop because you get hit a lot in the game as you saw. And the other thing about it was though, you can also use um and also, you have to have your monster stats up to full stars. If you actually go to the status window of the monster itself, there's actually some stars there to show up on the. I think on the top of the window. The stars indicate how much the monster actually likes you. Now, what happened was though, if you go to the exclamation point and you go to the exclamation point, and you hit it. As long as no error pops up, you can do a fusion with the monster. Now, with the fusion, you actually change your form and your attack, and you actually change your form and your attack power and your defense, your speed, your accuracy, everything, all your stats go up, a lot up. So you're basically able to withstand more hits and everything else like this. But what's the problem with the fusions, you may ask? Well, the problem is that you cannot control the fusions. You're basically berserked at the time. So, I mean, there was times where I remember when I played it on the original Game Boy Advance. When I first played it a little bit, I actually did a fusion, and my fused character hit my ally, which was annoying. And hit my allies and killed all of them before he finally decided, hey, I'm gonna finally hit this enemy that's standing in front of me right here, right now, and everything. So that's the problem with the fusions. That's the reason why I never showed that off for. But I mean, the fusions themselves, they are like really powerful, but at the same time, it's not really useful to use them in my opinion here though. I mean, it's basically just useful just to keep use your regular skills that you level up, from learning from getting from a either from a master or some other learning place from Grenoble, or learning from a master and just training there. Another problem I hated with the game is though is the fact of the ancient cave. As you saw there, when I actually did the ancient cave twice, and I was trying to go down, but I thought I would make it all the way to level 50, but I didn't do it. Unfortunately, I am sorry about that. To show you the giant slime you could fight off to get the egg ring, which makes no sense. Why the giant slime has the egg ring instead of the egg dragon, but anyway, that's just me nitpicking on that one. Um, with the ancient cave, only Elden and his monster can go down. If you have to catch a monster, can go with him. That's it. None of your characters could go with you. In other Lufia games, you can go down there with full party members for level grinding and everything else like this. It's kind of strange. You can't do that with Lufia: The Ruins of Lore. You know, why you can't do it with that here though? But like I said before, but the storyline. It is a Gaiden, so with Gaidens, the storyline is mostly kind of weak, doesn't make sense, things like this and everything. So I can't really get up and say well the game sucks because of the storyline, but you know. It's basically like the battles, the monster stuff and everything everything else I talked about before. That this makes Lufia: The Ruins of Lore just like one of the worst Lufia games ever made on the system itself. I mean, for the Game Boy Advance, for right now, here and everything. If you actually really enjoy it, once again, I'm not gonna be biased on it. If you really enjoy it, that's good. Hope you actually I'm glad you enjoy it. But for someone like myself, I'm not really a big fan of Lufia: The Ruins of Lore, and and I hope the people who actually watched my playthrough of it actually sort of kind of enjoyed it or tried to get through it. Cause like I said before, I try my best not to bore anybody. I'll say it that way with it, but that game is terrible. But I kind of believe if somebody actually did a remake of it, it kind of fixed a couple things, like fix the battle system a little bit, change, make the storyline a little bit better, take out the Lufia Rise of the Sinistros battle theme that's been remixed God knows how many times. And actually put in some actual battle music instead of hearing um, the remix Lufia Rise of the Sinistrals battle music. Because like I said before, it's a good song. It is. But when you hear it in Rise of the Sinistrals, Curse of the Sinistrals, and then you hear it again remixed in Lufia, The Ruins of Lore as the battle theme, and then you hear the Ancient Cave theme as as a 8-bit remix, which doesn't really sound terrible, but after you hear so many of those here though, you kind of think, hey, somebody from Atlas was lazy when they made this. Like I said before, if Atlas is still around, I don't know if they are anymore. If they did happen to close their doors, somebody had to, then this is the game. I believe this is the game right here that did it. Ruins of Lore basically made them shut their doors and made somebody buy them out or something. Because, like I said before, Ruins of Lore is it's just a bad game in my opinion. And some people kind of say I remember one guy on GameFAQs say you could use it as a paperweight. And I kind of just say for a lot of people out there, I know for some people they kind of say they played it for a little while and they basically traded into GameStop to get another game or game EB Games or GameStop, whatever place you're at, game store wise, to get into the game. And my personal opinion, yeah, I have no personal opinion about that. Like I said before, to me the game is just bad. But um, other than that, nothing really. Like I said before, other than that, nothing really much going on here though. So when I get some time to, I'm gonna try to finish up doing the videos I gotta do for February and start working on March stuff, so I can have some content for everybody out there, and hopefully then I'll have some time to stream again and get some stuff done. So it'll be like yay all over. So it'll be like yay and fun time all over again. So once again, I'm gonna try my best not to next time I do an update video, I'm gonna try not to make it so long so I can let everybody know what's up. But I haven't done that, like I said, because life's been getting in the way a little bit, and been trying to balance out life and other stuff, and been trying to get through stuff. So but anyway, this is Ryu here. Later.